for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Cup of coffee!
If you all only knew. If you only knew.
If you only knew.
There's no way. I mean, honestly, we share bits and pieces of our lives and ponderings and everything like that. That's what we do. But if you all knew the full picture, you would be going, oh, dear God, now I understand why they ask for prayer all the time.
Yes, because it's chaotic.
All the time.
All day, every day. Chaos.
No end in sight.
No.
No, none. But
There will soon be. There will soon be.
I was actually inspired by Ben of is it Casper Sight or Casper Vision, whatever it is.
Whatever. Casper Sight.
And he had posted something over on X about that he had been doing a fast. Mm-hmm. And for people who have never fasted before, there's some people that think that that's some kind of epic whatever. It's really not.
No.
It's not.
It's just, you try not to eat
people
for days. For
have
like a day.
Been so programmed that you have to eat 3 meals a day.
You don't.
No.
You eat when you're hungry.
Right. And that we have been so programmed and indoctrinated that we no longer honor our bodies and our body signals.
No.
If you're hungry, eat.
Yes.
If you're not hungry, you don't have to eat. So I had asked him...
Unless you're one of these people that your body just never tells you when you're hungry.
Yeah, then you got to find out what's going on with that.
Yeah.
But I had responded to him. It's like, did anyone, asking him if anyone had instructed him on how to break fast. Which, think about it, that's where you get the term breakfast.
Did they? Yeah, break fast.
Yes, that's what it means. And he had said that he did understand that he needed to start out with some broths and different things like that. Mm. Because if you don't, people can have a bad experience and then they won't fast again. Now, fasting is something I started exploring many years ago. Mm. And, it was the first time I did I think the worst challenge that I had was a 24-hour total fast, and that means no liquids.
Yeah.
That one was a challenge.
Well, yeah, those suck.
And then you get into the 3-day fasts, and those are sometimes called Esther fasts. There's reasons for that. And mine were for religious reasons.
Yes.
And you go 3 days without... You can go 3 days without the liquid. You cannot go more than 3 days without water.
Yes.
Because you die.
Yeah.
I mean, you get into some serious dehydration and stuff. You've got to. Yeah. Because even your breath, you lose moisture even when you exhale.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what is it? The percentage of our body is water.
I have heard 90%, and I've heard different things. I would have to go and get an actual statistic, because there again, we have been told so many erroneous things and taken them for fact.
But it definitely, the majority definitely does involve some sort of moisture.
Mm-hmm. But it's not just the water. You also have to have electrolytes.
Well, that's part of it, which is salt.
Well, it's other than that, just that. But anyhow, he had said that he actually did a video over there on his channel that he completed a 5-day fast. This was just no food. And just proud of him, because for some people that is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
And then he went into some of the particulars about his body cleansing and stuff. And I'm like, no one wants to know that, Ben, honey.
No one.
Keep that personal.
That's
too much information.
Too much.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, it gives the body an opportunity. It can give the body an opportunity to reset itself. Mm-hmm. Now, you have to do some of this stuff with, if you've got any kind of medical condition or whatever, talk with a doctor.
Now, I know.
I'm going to say that because legally I have to.
Yeah. Always talk to a physician of some sort, a medical physician.
Mm-hmm.
Licensed, trained, professional, legal.
Mm-hmm. Talk to them and then do your own research and make your own decisions.
Now, and one of the things about the fasts that I know of, it definitely does like reset the metabolism.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what else it sort of resets.
It can reset your mind.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah.
You know, and it's like for some of us that have had some kind of weirdness for many, many years, you know, because I've had weirdness since I was a teenager with metabolism and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I think part of that was my stint with anorexia,
It could be.
that somehow screwed up at that age. Because I was like, I don't know, 15, 16, somewhere through there. And it screwed up my mechanism for recognizing hunger.
Well, anorexia actually screws up a lot of things within the nervous system.
I got down to where I was eating 80 calories a day.
Yeah. It screws up a lot of things. Now, it really does.
And so I think that's what happened with mine, because very rarely do I ever feel hunger, ever.
Yeah.
So for me to do a 3-day fast was nothing.
Well, anorexia, it actually not only screws up your nervous system for detecting hunger, it also screws up the fat storage system. Because it puts it into a chronic stress mode. And therefore, it literally clings on to anything, any nutrients whatsoever, just in case it happens again.
Sure. And according to a large percentage of the world today, the absolute worst thing that anybody can be in this day and time is obese.
Well, it's been like that.
It doesn't matter if you're a mass murderer or whatever it is. Somehow being fat is worse than that.
It's been like that since the 60s.
Even before then. Even before then.
Well, I mean, shit. That impossible body standards have always been a thing. I mean, for fuck's sake, you know a lot of the portraits, like the painted portraits from the 1800s, 1700s, stuff like that, they were not painted accurately.
Yeah. Well,
a lot of them, like especially like the facial portraits, the eyes were painted bigger, the lips were painted bigger.
Sure.
A lot of stuff was slightly exaggerated. That's just like in photographs from the 1800s. They used a form of Photoshop back then in a way to make the corseted waists even tinier.
Sure. I mean, it's always been some weird kind of something for women. Always. I think that all the way back to the fallen angels, for real, who taught them about cosmetics, because it can be a form of deception.
Yeah,
and we can see that. But anyhow, Ben was talking about one of the reasons that he wanted to do the fast was that he was feeling just bloated.
Yeah,
and so he decided to explore this. And I thought, you know what? Let's go back and do that. Because as a type 1 diabetic, I've been told a long time, oh, you can't do this. It was like when I went, because I was doing keto when I was first, type 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, I thought, okay, let's do keto and see if I can reverse this.
Yes.
It's hard to reverse genetics. Because there are others from, my father's side of the family that they did the same thing. It's adult onset diabetes.
Yeah.
And diabetes is stupid. It really is. It's a stupid disease.
Yeah, it really is.
But it was a matter of me going back and reassessing what I'm doing and why am I doing it. And let's face it, everybody is on beyond budget. And carbs are cheap.
They are.
Carbs, for some of us, are just so detrimental that it's not even funny.
Well, the thing is, most prepackaged food that you get now, it has carbs in it.
Yes. Yes. But when I went to, they made me go to their diabetes educator, and God love her. I'd say the woman was probably in her 60s or 70s or whatever. And she was simply, she was a very kind lady, but it was, this is how you have to do. You have to eat carbs. Mm-hmm. And so I did. And I gained close to 100 pounds. So I was just fucking miserable, not only in my body, but mentally, because my weight has always been my primary depression trigger. Primary. And so it was like, I mean, it was this total catch-22 clusterfuck. And I thought, I've been doing this for years. I've been doing it the way that they told me to do it. It's not working. It's killing me because the obesity causes other problems. Mm-hmm. So I went back on keto.
Yeah.
And within a week's time, I have shed as far as a lot of the edema. Mm-hmm. Lots.
The foot swelling has gone down immensely.
Yeah.
Which is pretty
Impressive.
Awesome.
And also, as far as studying again about potassium, talking about the electrolytes. Now, Kid and I both have had issues with kidney stones over the years. and in researching...
Oh, God, they hurt. Oh, they hurt.
Researching about the kidney stones, one of the things that I saw was people who had them started taking like 99 milligrams of potassium a day, and that would help prevent them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and so let's follow that train of thought.
Uh-huh.
Your kidneys without the proper amount of potassium, and again, we're not giving medical advice. Without the proper amount of potassium, you may pee, but your kidneys are not filtering out the stuff they need to be filtering.
Yes. Because your body needs a certain amount of nutrients, a certain amount of minerals,
it's all
a certain
chemistry.
amount of vitamins. Vitamins.
Mm-hmm. Which we are not getting from a lot of our food sources for a variety of reasons these days.
That is because a lot of prepackaged food has little to no actual nutrition in it. And will I make a microwave dinner after this? More than likely. But a lot of that shit, a lot of prepackaged food, a lot of fast food, a lot of the microwave meals do not have a lick of nutrition in it because it is so processed to the point.
There's nothing there.
It's all stripped down.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing there. And it was one of those that my health had kept deteriorating to the point that, I mean, I wasn't able to do anything.
Yeah.
And so that was the reason, as far as Kid talking about the microwave dinners and stuff, because I wasn't able to cook like I was before.
Well, also I like them because they're easy.
They're
quick and easy. But that is the allure.
Within a week, I basically I've basically stopped using the fast-acting insulin because I don't need it. Mm-hmm. If my glucose level is 150 and below, if it gets above that, I'll take an adjustment dose. Mm-hmm. I'm not having the lows with my glucose.
And
I'm not having stupid highs with my glucose. And I did talk to diabetes peoples. Mm-hmm. And they're like, because I told them, I said, you have to figure out what works for you. Now, I don't know if it is the actual wheat, if it is some of the glyphosate or some of this other stuff that they're putting on it. I really don't care at this point what it is. I just need to avoid it because it is apparently extremely toxic to my body.
Yeah, a lot of it is because it is so genetically modified and so processed.
Uh-huh. But ask questions. Now, a lot of these medical professionals, they're doing what they were taught to do. They're saying what they were taught to say.
Well, they're brainwashed just like
a lot of them
people are.
A lot of them were taught incorrectly. That's why we've got the backdrop with all the little question marks. Question everything. And with internet, People are able to go and look now and see some of these studies, who did the studies, who paid for the studies, are these studies replicable? Because if they're not, then that's not a valid finding.
What was that biblical library? Library of Alexandria?
Oh, it was the it was the accumulated knowledge of the world at that time, supposedly.
We literally have that.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
So literally anybody could find out anything.
Yes.
Anything about anything.
That was the reason, as far as some of these papers that you have to, these research papers, it is egregious to have to pay to read them. No, if you are an American citizen and have ever been a taxpayer, you've already paid.
Yes.
Because these colleges and universities receive federal funding, so therefore you should have the right to read any research that comes out of any of them.
But these people are powered by greed.
Well, and there was a young man years ago, his name was Aaron Schwartz, and he was going to MIT, and he had the same school of thought, that any of these research papers should be made available to the public.
Yes.
And he mysteriously became unalived.
It's not mysterious. We all know who the fuck did it.
You don't have to be blatant. Our people understand. They don't have to have it spelled out for them.
Follow the fucking money trail.
Sure. And a lot of times with
I'm
people,
not talking to the people that already know this. I'm talking to the people that might stumble across our videos that don't know this shit.
Then they need to travel down some rabbit holes.
That's the thing.
Look and see who Aaron Schwartz was. And he was such a beautiful kid. He was just a gorgeous kid, and he was brilliant.
Don't get misguided with the rabbit holes, because that's what some people end up doing.
Think for yourself.
Because those rabbit holes can sometimes branch off into other fucking things.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, an interesting individual that may piss people off is Robert Sepper. And he is an anthropologist, and he's on YouTube, and he's also over on X. He's very vocal on X. The man has balls of steel, because people have called him anything and everything, but he's presenting the actual research, the actual history on a lot of this stuff. Does he have an agenda on some of this? I don't know. I don't care. But he had posted tonight, as far as somebody had asked when the IQ levels, as far as retardation, because that was a valid word at one point, it still is a valid word at one point, went from 85 to 70. And Robert Sepper explained how and why that happened. Go over on X and look it up.
Yep. Please do, because that is a eye-opening thing that he posted about that.
It is. It's like, oh, okay. I told him, I said, I had wondered, now I know.
It's like, well, shit, that makes sense.
It does. Because there has been an agenda to try to destroy our nation for decades. This is not new. And I was trying to talk to Oldest Kid last night on some of this, about how this correlates with Operation Paperclip and Roswell, because it's somewhere around that same time frame when this stuff really took off. Mm-hmm.
Well, how does it?
I don't know.
You're still researching that?
I've been researching. There's other people.
Well, there is bound, like, if the correlation isn't obvious, it's the fact that the government, our government, or other world governments, have somehow contacted each other, and it's like...
Contacted something.
That's the thing. I think it's a lot bigger than what we think that it is.
Absolutely.
This thing is huge.
It is.
Like, and these things they're not good.
No.
Some of them that are in control with the government right now, that are helping the government out.
Right.
Quote unquote, helping. They're not good.
Well, a lot of this,
it's not good.
It's good and evil. You have agents of good, you have agents of evil. And it's who do you choose to serve? It is a personal decision. And you're not picking a side, it's still picking a side.
And that is why I will pray over my microwave dinner
Mm-hmm.
meals, because I know the one that I'm praying to, which is Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He will bless it
Yeah,
and let it give me nutrients.
absolutely.
Something as simple as that.
But all this stuff is coming to light. All of it's coming to a head. Even as far as this disclosure stuff, and you're going to be going, what is this going to do with the fasting? It does. It makes sense in ADHD world. With the disclosure, back in the 40s and 50s, people would have panicked. But we have had all this soft disclosure, drip by drip by drip, to the point now that if they disclose, aliens, people are going to go, okay.
It's all the news sources.
Uh-huh.
It's all the shows, all the movies, all
Yeah.
the music, all the art, everything.
When you've got people, there were some of these, and I don't know what, one of these awards things that I was watching, and this individual had this dress with this huge gray figure up behind the individual, because I don't know, I'm not going to,
I didn't see that.
and one of the hands was going over one of the eyes.
Now that one eye
And I'm
thing,
like, yeah, your demons, they ain't even trying to hide them.
at this point, no. No, they're not. Which also means their time is short.
Yeah.
But, that's a whole nother thing.
So,
But, that whole one-eyed, something covering one eye, that has been an Illuminati thing for a very long time. And I think it even spans deeper than the Illuminati.
sure it does. It's much older than that. It's back to the beginning of mankind.
Yeah.
Like I said, all this goes back to the fallen angels. Every bit of it. Same thing.
What is
Same
it? The
script.
Cyclops?
Huh?
The Cyclops?
Oh, that goes in as part of... It wasn't just Nephilim. There were other groups of entities, and I would have to go and... Ken Johnson did a presentation about that some time back. See, you always ask me these questions, and it's just... And then this is why I sound like I'm retarded. Like I'm retarded.
Because when I ask those things, I'm not expecting you to actually go down a rabbit hole.
But I have gone down the rabbit holes. I just can't remember it all at one time. I'd like to be prepared on some of it. Anyhow.
Well, it's just connecting dots. Sometimes
Yes.
you have no warning with that shit.
Anyhow, Ken Johnson, he talks about the different groups of the Nephilim, and there was other ones that's not exactly Nephilim.
Yeah.
But the fallen angels didn't just mess with humans and their genetic code as far as they did that with animals also. We don't know that some of those, the Egyptian gods that was half human, half animal or whatever, that was not some kind of hybrid creature that had been created by the Nephilim. By the fallen angels.
Although we can see evidence within hybrid dogs.
Anyhow. So,
no shit. We can see evidence within them, creating these subgenres of species.
which all have problems.
Yeah. Which the Nephilim was a subgenre of species.
Yes.
Because it just...
It was half human and half whatever these fallen angels were.
Messing with genetic code in general, with God's genetic code, that's not right.
No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. But with the fasting, and there has been a strong prayer element going in with this, of course, because that's just what I do. But there's also been a clarity of mind that is amazing. Now, you have to realize that insulin is a hormone. Any hormone, it doesn't just affect like organs and different things like that. It does affect your mind. And I'm wondering if some of the brain fog was not because of the amount of insulin that I was having to take.
It would not surprise me if that was the case. It really wouldn't. But also a lot of that does have to do with processed foods as well.
Yeah. So it's just been a wonderful week. And the first time that I did keto, my God, the keto flu thing is real. if you've never done keto, because your body's trying to detox all the carbs, all the sugars, all the different things like that. And when you know what to expect, you can sort of mitigate it. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because Stephon Burns, I have laughed with him about the potatoes, but as far as like the solar flares and everything like that. And I had told him, I said, I love the potatoes. They do not love me back. I've had to, go to the quinine, which is in I use the diet tonic water, and everybody's like, it's aspartame. Well, shit. Yes. That helps with the fibro symptoms better than the potatoes, because the potatoes, they was other problems that caused me, because it's carbs.
Yes. Carbs are very bad for diabetics.
Now, I can do rutabagas. Those are low carb. I can do turnips. Those are low carb.
That's surprising that rutabagas are actually low carb.
They're fibrous. That's what it is.
But they're delicious.
They are delicious.
Rutabaga bacon bake.
So, yes, we can do that. We can do that because that is very much keto. Keto is not hard for me. Once you learn how to do it, it's almost like a cooking language.
Yeah.
And I can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you learn how to do it, and then once you know how to do it, it's not hard. Mm-hmm. It's just the process of learning that can be cumbersome.
That's the issue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the process of learning.
It's like reading labels. Oh, God, once you start reading labels on foods and everything else,
it's much like learning a digital sculpting software such as Blender, mm-hmm. or a video editing software like DaVinci Code. Mm-hmm. We were talking about those earlier.
Yeah. But again, it's because it's a different language.
Yeah.
It's a different tool. You're learning how to use the tool. There is a learning curve. Yeah. And sometimes you have to go back to what you had learned before.
Yeah.
And use the tools that you've been given. Mm-hmm. And another thing that I found out and just bought basically as a lark was this alkaline water. And I had gotten the Wall of Mart brand. Bottled waters for a long time Walmart used to sell a brand that was really good, and it was purified through reverse osmosis. And then they stopped selling that for whatever reason they did.
Because they realized that it had healing benefits?
Maybe. But any of the other bottled waters would make me feel thirsty.
Mm-hmm. Because they fill that with a shit ton of chemicals.
It's hard
Very
to tell.
similar to tap water.
It's hard to tell what you're drinking, and I'm not a fan of plastics. But this alkaline water, actually, you feel hydrated. So it's something my body needed. So ask questions. We've got people that want to stop people from asking questions and blindly believe. Don't do that on anything, or always do your own research.
Do not fall into the hands that want you to forget.
Right. Go back all the way to Hippocrates. Let your food be your medicine. Now, is supplementation and stuff like that at this point a necessary thing? Yes. Because a lot of the farming techniques that we have used have depleted the soil of nutrients. My God, I knew that back in the 80s. Yeah. A lot of people did. And then we got the chemtrails and everything else. And change the way you think. It is a matter of having hope, being thankful and grateful for whatever you've got. Carolyn Miss, years ago, she told the story of the gentleman who was, I can't remember if he was Navajo or where he was. He was Native American that fought in World War II and was captured, and that they were horrifically cruel to these people, and that there was one of the Nazi soldiers that would force feed him maggots and chicken gizzards.
That's disgusting.
And so when this man was finally rescued, and he just wanted to die because his spirit was so broken by the experiences that he had gone through, And he came back to his tribe, and his elders, they sent him out in the middle of the lake, and they told him, either reclaim your spirit or die, because you cannot live without your spirit.
Yeah.
And he had a vision of that soldier, because he hated that man because of what he had done to him. Hated him. And in that vision, he understood that his body was so broken that that was the only thing that kept him alive, was what was force fed to him. Whether the Nazi soldier knew it or not, he had actually saved this man's life.
Yeah.
And so within that, him understanding that, he was able to forgive that man, and he reclaimed his spirit. Mm-hmm. And he healed. But Carolyn Miss also said that it doesn't matter what you eat. She said that you could eat a can of cat food, but if you do so with gratitude, that it will sustain you.
Yes. Yes.
So when some people get so out there in the weeds, well, I have to do it like this, and I have to do it like that, and whatever. Be thankful for it. Mm-hmm. Even being thankful for the experience, to sit there and go, okay, I found out through all this, doing it the way the science said to do it, that it doesn't work for me. It never has, for whatever reason.
Right. Right.
But to not give up. So whatever you're going through right now, don't give up. Stay in prayer. You can ask for answers. That doesn't mean that they'll come quickly. That doesn't mean that they'll ever come. But trust that there is a greater power that loves you and is on your side.
Yeah.
God loves you. You're his child. He's not trying to abuse you. And that's the weirdness with a lot of people trying to present the Christian message. It's like, oh, well, God's just trying to break you and beat you down. No, that is not so. Are there lessons that need to be learned as far as humility and being humble and just all these different things like that? Yes. But that strengthens you. That does not break you.
He's trying to teach.
Yeah.
And strengthen.
Yeah. Just like I said, you're his child. He loves you. So keep it in prayer for us, if you will. Thank you for those of us, or thanks for all of you who have been praying for us. I think a lot of this answered prayers. Mm-hmm. Because I have felt better in the past week than I have felt in, my God, a couple of years. I mean, I really was concerned. Really.
Yeah, for real.
And it was not, existing rather than living. It's not going to happen overnight. I know that. I don't expect it to be overnight. But little by little, one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. She sent me out for a multitude of things earlier. And one of the things on the list was flavored peanuts. And here I bought honey roasted peanuts and then buttered toffee peanuts. And so next time I'm going to have to get some other type of flavors.
And that's okay,
because the selections, hence why I bought the ones that I had, or you either had the option of salted, lightly salted, or unsalted.
And that's okay, because we had gone to the Dollar General, which required by law every 5 miles here in the Appalachian Mountains.
And the Dollar General has an abundance of salted peanuts, as opposed to the store that I work at.
They have a dill flavor. They have a sriracha flavor. And so those are acceptable. Peanuts are, carb friendly.
You can find plenty of mixed nuts or cashews.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or almonds.
Yeah, some of those can be good.
But peanuts, why?
It's okay, because...
Tell me why we do not carry... Please, tell me why we do not carry spicy peanuts.
Well, no, that's something for you.
Sriracha flavored peanuts.
That is something.
Or pickle, like dill pickle flavored peanuts, even though those were ass.
That is something that you can ask one of your managers to say, hey, I had a customer that asked about a product. We don't carry this product. Is there a chance that we could perhaps find this product and carry it?
Recommend it to corporate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a suggestion. They don't have to. We can go right across the road to the dollar store.
The only one that I know has a direct link to corporate is the head honcho of that whole store.
It's all right. It's no problem. I mean, it's just, I have emailed corporate before about, I'd like to see this item carried. They either will or they won't. You can try.
Yeah.
You can try. Do you want to tell the peoples where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at Rolanda COCWS. Thank you all for joining us, and have a good. What was that fucking hesitation there? What was that?
It's because we're out of rhythm. And part of the reason we're out of the rhythm is his work schedule is still, it vacillates so greatly. He worked until 11 o'clock one day, and then the next day they wanted him back at 9 a.m., and that was a stretch for him.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living,
At some
barely
point,
getting by.
and
It's all taking and no giving.
he needs structure. That is something that ADHD people, they need consistency, they need structure.
I actually like that.
That helps a whole lot.
I like that 9 to 5.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Because at least I could get shit done for the rest of the day, you know, and I'm in the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
But
Switching back and forth when you've got a floating schedule, that's not good for anybody.
I'm going to have to change the availability on that shit.
That's true. You can do that. Anyhow, know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup. Mm-hmm. Bye.
Bye.